Hello, I'm Neil. Welcome to Grandpa's Workshop. Firstly, as always, a big thank you to all my subscribers. This is my granddaughter, Evelyn. Say hello. Oh. Right, this week I'm upcycling a blanket box into a toy box for my granddaughter. My granddaughter's great-grandmother, Jeanette, has picked this up second hand. It's been sent to me to turn it into a toy box. It's been painted, it's got wallpaper in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a sanding. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all back to bare wood. So what I'm going to do is sand it so it's got a nice key on it. Paint the lid pink. The box white. This decorative border on the front, that'll be painted in pink. I'm going to write my granddaughter's name on the front. The lettering will be done pink. Then it'll all be varnished. I've got a 60 grit disc on the sander. I'm going to give it a quick going over with that. I've got a lot of sanding to do, so I'm going to crack on, get it done, and I'll come back when it's finished. I've finished sanding the paint off. I've got it out of this groove and in the little corner edges. I think whoever painted it didn't sand it to put a key on the varnish, and that's why the paint's come off really easily, which has pleased me immensely, because now I can have a wooden box with a painted lid, which I think will look better than repainting this white. I've used carbon paper to transfer my granddaughter's name to the box. So now I'm going to route this out. Right, I'm using a fine CNC bit for this. It's set to a depth of just about 3mm. So now I'm going to start routing. The lid, the lettering and this border are all going to be painted pink. And for that, I just bought a tester pot of Wilko's emulsion. Usually I use acrylic paint for this sort of work, but because I'm painting the lid, that's why I've gone for emulsion. And because it's emulsion and not acrylic, it's had 4 coats of paint. So now I'm going to sand it back. Right, I've got these battery operated LED lights. I got these off eBay, they were only about £4. So what I'm going to do is drill a small hole here, thread the lights through from the inside of the box, and then I'm going to glue them in place with a glue gun. Right, the good thing about these LEDs is you can trim them to size, because I've got way too much here and I don't want to go round again. So I'm just going to snip the wire for this last LED. And I'll glue it in place. This is my first ever attempt at using 2-part epoxy resin, and I've got this IMI Home resin that I got off Amazon. I've got part A and we've got part B. It mixes together at a 1:1 ratio of volume. I've already pre-poured my resin and my hardener. I'm going to mix them both together in here. The instructions say mix for 2 to 3 minutes. It says don't mix it too vigorously to try and minimise bubbles. So I'm going to mix that, and when it's done I'll come back and pour it. I've ran a bead of hot glue around to try and minimise any spillage. So let's get it done. Right, I think there's just enough to do this border. I've not mixed enough to do my granddaughter's name. So what I'm going to do is run over it with a little blowtorch, just to try and get rid of some of the bubbles. Right, I'm going to mix some more resin and fill the lettering up, but I'll do that off camera and I'll come back when it's all ready to be sanded. Now the resin's cured, it's time to start sanding. This is taking some sanding, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it done and I'll come back when I've finished sanding all the excess off and I start on to fine sanding. Sanding this has been a bit of a pain. Because I put hot glue around it, it gummed up my sanding discs, so I know not to do that next time. I've sanded the border and the lettering up to 800 grit. I was going to go higher, but if I do that and I start polishing the resin up, you're going to be able to clearly see the wires on the inside. And at the moment I like the fact that you can't see them very well. So that's as far as I'm going with the sanding. Off camera, I've painted the inside of the box white and I've painted the lid pink. And I've not shown that because I'm trying to keep the video a bit shorter. But now I'm going to apply some Bry wax, and this is a medium brown. I've never used this stuff before. The tin's still in the plastic. So I'll apply this and then I'll move on to varnishing the lid. I'm going to turn the camera off, finish applying the Bry wax, and I'll come back when it's time to varnish the lid. I'm going to put some Wilko spray lacquer on the lid now, and I'm going to give this 3 or 4 coats. Right, now it's time to reattach the lid. This is my granddaughter's toy box completed. The LEDs, I've got 2 settings, flashing and constant. I could have made this toy box all bright colours, made it more suitable for a little child. I wanted to make something that my granddaughter can use when she's grown up for storing things like bedding, towels, whatever she wants really. But when she gets to my age and she's got grandkids of her own, she'll be able to say to them, my grandpa made that, and maybe she'll give it to one of hers. Who knows? Right, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.